My name is Dolny. I'm the president of ASL Distribution Services Limited. Yeah, so we've done several projects with Carpedia. We've done 2 major installations and several smaller scale projects. So I remember it quite well going back approximately 8 years ago. So for us, we were growing at a fast rate. We had approximately doubled in size, and we certainly knew that we had room for productivity improvement. On top of that, many of our customers, we're in a commoditized type of industry, so our customers were always looking for price reductions or not being able to give increases in the marketplace. So we knew that between our growth and having to react to that, as well as from the pressure from the marketplace, we had to really look at productivity from a different perspective. Right around that same time, I remember a cold call from Ted Alderdice, and Ted was very persistent. And even on the phone, what he brought up on the telephone fit perfectly to what we were looking for. So we were out there looking for something, but didn't know how to go about doing it. And Ted cold called, and that really fit well together. Our first meeting with Ted was great. Between the dialogue and the discussions and the process, it looked like something that fit perfectly for what we were looking for. The analysis phase also contributed greatly to the decision process. Through that period of time, you're learning about each other, you're learning how you work together, and that went extremely well. So we got to see the processes that Carpedia used, we got to learn about how an installation would happen, and we got to see, most importantly, that the teams worked extremely well together. So we felt very comfortable and confident that it would be a very solid working relationship, which is an important part of delivering results. The education we got through this process was a huge benefit and absolutely phenomenal. And there were several components to the education. One is the on-site management training that was done. I certainly thought those 4 modules were absolutely outstanding, and put those against almost any course I've ever taken. But on top of that, what we learned about ourselves, about the tools that Carpedia and processes Carpedia brought to the table, and how we use those. That was an entire education process in itself that was very valuable to us. We were given the tools to make sure we could execute the project and keep it sustainable. And those tools are really to manage or actively manage the business live in the moment of execution. And many people have asked us if the installation has been sustainable. Yeah, without a question, absolutely they were sustainable. Not only were they sustainable, they were scalable and leverageable into other parts of the business that were not part of the original project. One of the ways to demonstrate that is when we had Carpedia come in for the second major installation, we were still achieving many of the results from the first installation, which as part of the assessment for the second one clearly demonstrated that. So not only did we see it and believe it, but when Carpedia came in for the next major installation that we did, and that was 5 to 6 years later, many of the results and tools were still in place and performing. So right there in itself, that demonstrated sustainability. I think just as important as whether it's sustainable, what we saw is that they were both scalable and leverageable. Scalable from the perspective of we are a growing business, and as our business then and continues to grow, we would be able to use that over a growing business base. Leverageable from the perspective of we use the tools and the knowledge that we learned to implement the same type of Carpedia implementation in different divisions or different areas of our business that were never part of the original project. I think an area that helped us or can help any business is the 6-month process review or audit. To have Carpedia come back and give us a report card, measure our performance and to the process systems and behaviors was absolutely a great tool towards maintaining sustainability. Carpedia, clearly the model was their success is predicated on the success of their clients, and which showed in how they worked their projects.